Hello.
Hi, good evening, Khoa.
Yes, good evening.
How are you today?
Yeah, I'm funny.
You're fine. Okay, so that's nice to hear that you're fine today, Khoa. Okay, so I'm going to share the presentation to you again.
Yes.
Yes, okay, just for a moment, just for a while.
Okay, okay.
Okay, I hope you can see the presentation, Khoa. Can you see it?
Uh, okay, I see.
Yeah. Are you sure that you can see this one? Oh, let me see. Can you please read letter
Yes,
A? Can you read
fine.
that?
Yes, fine in eggplant with an appropriate word.
Very good. Okay, so last time, so we were able to answer the first fill in the blank in here, which is the in, right? So while we talk about the preposition in, on, and at, right? What?
Yes.
So if you're talking about a particular nation or a particular country, so we use the word in or preposition in, right, Kwa? Okay,
Okay.
next. What about the second blank in here?
Uh, is it has some of the most beautiful pictures.
Okay, so the word most. So when we are talking about most, what do you think would be that one, Kwa? Okay, let's try
Yes.
to talk about that one, huh? Okay, so most. So most of, or the most. So what's the difference between the three? Okay, now you have to take note of this one, Kwa. So where do we use most? Actually, most and most oft use in talking about the majority. Okay, that means when we are talking about majority, that means most of them, right? Okay, most of that particular student. So the majority. Okay, there should be many of them. So that is most and most of. So when do we use most? If we're talking about noun. So most people, right? We use most plus a noun. Noun in here is people. So therefore the structure is we use the most, following after that one would be a noun. Okay? Or we can also say we spend most days. Okay? So usually most plus noun again. Did you get it, Juan? So
Yes.
that is the use of most. Now going back in your in here. So why is it most? Because
Is a
we're
noun.
talking,
Picture.
yes, so we're talking about a noun which is the beaches. Okay, next. Moving on, Kwa.
Yes. Uh, as what? As well
Mm-hmm.
as
Okay.
such as
Yes. So as well as
as well.
beaches, there are a lot of mountains and
Also, three
so three national
national
parks,
park.
including Snowdonia. Okay, so the correct answer in here is
Well,
well. So when we are talking about well, of course, if you are talking about as well as, right? So you have
yes,
to remember all the time, right? If we are talking about as first, and then following after that one would be well. So as well as, and then it's a noun again. So as well as, as well as, no, as well as beaches, okay? As
yes,
well uh, as well as what is one security is concerned, right?
yes,
And then after that one, It is in North Wales
and the highest mountain,
okay, and
the
the highest mountain. Okay, so why is it the? Okay, where do we use? What do we call the? The is an
uh,
article. Remember this one, Kwa. So
okay,
the
not
is an article. Aside from the, actually, there's another articles that we have. Not just only the or on. Okay? So these are called articles. Now, let's try to understand them better. Okay? Oh, before that, okay, when do we use as well as? So when making a simple comparison, like for example, I wish I could paint as well as my dad. So you are making a simple comparison. So you and your dad, right? Okay. You also wish that you could paint, okay, same with your dad. So simple comparison. That's why we use as well as. Okay, next. We use as well as if we are talking to mean in addition to or along with. Like for example, I like coffee as well as tea. So you like coffee and you like also tea, right?
okay. Yes,
In addition to or along with. Did you understand, Kwa? So that's the use of as well as. Okay, moving on. The use of the article the. So when do we use the?
when there is only one such thing.
When? Okay, when there is only one such thing. Or like for example, how many earth do we have?
Uh, Earth,
How many earth do we have?
what?
Only one, right? We have
Yes.
only one Earth. Okay. Do you have other? Do you think? Do we have other Earth aside from our Earth? We don't have. So it's just only one. So that is one such
Okay.
thing. So
Oh,
therefore, we have to say the Earth. Okay. Because there's no other Earth. It's just only one, right?
yeah.
Okay. Or the sun.
Sun,
So how many suns do we have?
only one.
You one. The moon, how many moon do we have?
Only one, two.
Okay, so therefore we have to say the earth, the sun, the moon. So in using in a sentence, we can say the earth, okay, is the place where where we live in, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the earth is the place where we lived in. So the earth. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Next, we use the article the.
Before the name of the of famous building.
Yes, before the names of a famous building. Okay, like for example, the Red Fort, the Taj Mahal, right? So
Yeah.
these are famous buildings in the history, right? Especially the Taj Mahal. Okay, next, when do we use the?
Before the name of the holy or important books.
Yes, like for example, the Gita or the Bible. Okay,
Okay.
Bible, the Gita is a holy or an important
Important books.
books. Or you can also say the Quran. You know what's Quran?
No.
Oh, the Quran, that means the Bible of Muslims. Okay? So that's
Yeah.
Quran. Okay? So Quran is the Bible of the Muslim people, okay? Or the Islam. You know what's Islam? Islam
Islam.
religion, right?
Yeah.
It's a religion, okay? Also, The Bible of the Catholics, so that would be the Bible, okay? So the Quran is the Bible of the Islam, okay? Next, we have,
Before the special names of rivers, seas, oceans, and countries.
okay, so like countries,
Yes.
right? Like, for
Okay.
example, the
Yes.
USA, the UK, okay? And then the Ganga, the Pacific Ocean, okay? The Himalayas or etc. So that's the use of the. Okay, remember this one, Khoa, okay? Okay, now moving on. Do you have questions with that?
No.
No more. Okay, moving on, Khoa.
Yes.
So the highest
Uh,
mountain.
the highest mountain Snowdowns is 1,000 what 1,055
Okay, so the
uh,
blank of Wales is just over 3 million people.
what
So what
the
do you think would be that one?
what the popular
Hmm?
population.
Yes, okay. So that's the
Oh,
population, okay? Okay, so population. Okay, why? Why is it population? Because we're talking about the number of people,
oh,
right? Just like,
yes,
for example, the population of Vietnam, right? The
yes,
population of the Philippines. So we are talking about the total number of people in a particular country. Okay? Okay,
yes,
next. Most Wales people. So the people in Wales are called Wales. So the most Wales people live in South Wales in the
in the big city.
in the
No,
city.
capital.
Yes, okay. So the correct one is capital. So the capital city, what's the capital city of Wales? That Cardiff. Okay, and two
Okay.
other big cities that would be Swansea and Newport. Okay, so when we are talking about capital, what do you think? The center. Okay, like for
Yes,
example, in Vietnam, what's your capital city? It's Ho Chi Minh City, right? The
yes, and
capital of Vietnam is Ho Chi
Ho Chi Minh
Minh
City.
City. Okay, so just like also in Wales, the capital city is Cardiff. Okay, next. In Cardiff, you
You
can
can
go
go
shopping.
shopping or visit capital. The capital.
Yes. So visit the castle. Okay, so visit the castle, go to the museum, or go to concert or sports match at the famous Millennium Stadium.
Stadium.
Okay? Okay,
Yes.
so these are the correct answers now, Kwa. Okay,
Oh,
good job.
yeah.
Okay, now moving on. Try to read this particular,
Yeah.
okay, reading in here, Kwa. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to read this one,
Okay.
okay?
Okay. Can you zoom it? Okay.
Yeah, sure. Okay, just for a moment. Okay, if I'm going to zoom it too much, okay, just for a while. Okay, there you are, right? Can you see it clearly? Okay, go.
Yeah.
So
Um.
for 2 minutes, huh?
Yeah. Alexander Graham Bell is written now as the inventor of the first telephone. He was born on Mars, Scotland when 23, built Canada with his parents and the sixth year moved the United States to deep, 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 deep blue picture. What mean deep mute children?
Deaf.
Deaf.
Okay, deaf, mute children, those who cannot talk and those who cannot hear.
Oh,
Okay,
okay,
yeah.
okay.
So deaf. Okay, deaf. Okay, can't hear. Okay, mute, can't talk. Okay, so they call themselves as deaf mute. So when we are talking, if you are deaf, actually, if you cannot hear, you
Yeah.
cannot also talk. Okay, so that goes naturally. So deaf mute, that is called deaf mute. Okay,
Oh, okay.
go.
Okay, to pray in the human brain. Okay, Thomas
Watson.
Bill Watson. Bill worked very hard on the experiment to invent designs as the half of telegraph use the send multiple messages
Multiple.
multiple messages
Yes. So when you
over.
say, yeah, you know what's multiple?
No.
Okay, twice. Okay, two times. That would be multiple. Okay, that's twice. Okay,
Okay. Message over a single write.
single
And
one.
found
Phono,
phonograph.
phono, phonograph,
Phonograph.
phonograph.
Yeah, phonograph.
Okay,
Use it to the round the shape of the sound waves. The
the sound
first
wave,
telephone communication was said to happen between Bell and Watson in
1876,
1876, while
while Bell,
was at the one end of the
the
line and
line,
Watson worked on the telephone in another room.
another room,
First transmitted.
transmitted words where,
Yeah, Mr. Watson,
come
come here. I
here.
want to see you.
Okay. Okay. Before we will going to answer, okay, the statements whether it's true or false, Kwa, let
Yeah.
me ask you some question first. Who is Alexander Graham Bell?
Uh, who?
Who is
Alex,
Alexander Graham Bell?
what?
Who
Uh-huh.
is he? Who is he? Now, remember, Kwa, we don't know what would come out in the test. Okay, so
Yeah.
maybe it's going to be a fill in the blanks, right? So one of the question that you can be able to fill in the blanks would be, who is Alexander Graham Bell? Oh, it's in there. Who is he? He is an inventor of the first
The
telephone.
who?
So, yes. So that would be the best answer, Kwa. If the question is, who is Alexander Graham Bell or Graham Bell? So he is an inventor of the first telephone. Okay? Where he was born.
He
Where he
he
was
was
born.
born. He was born in Edinburgh, Scotland.
Yes, so he was born in Edinburgh, Scotland. In what year he was born in Edinburgh, Scotland?
Yeah.
In what year?
In says what 1847.
Yes, okay, that's correct, huh? Because the question only is in what year he was born. So it's just only the year. So you should have to give only the year. Okay, no need for you to give the date,
Month.
the month, okay,
Yeah.
and the date. Because the question is just only the
Year.
year. Okay. Next. How old is he? How old is he when uh, he immigrated to Canada with his parents? How
Uh,
old is he? Okay, or how old he was when they emigrate to Canada with his parents?
He was 23.
Very good. So he was 23 years old. So where they emigrate? Where
Where
they emigrate?
emigrate
They
in Canada.
emigrated. Yeah, they emigrate to Canada. Okay. Who um who was with him? Who was with
Parent.
him? Okay. So he was with his
Parent.
parents. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And okay, what kind of children, okay, does he taught?
What time?
What kind of children,
Uh,
okay, that he taught?
deep mute children.
Okay, so deaf, deaf,
Deaf.
mute children. Okay. Okay, now who was his colleague, okay, um, who also worked in his invention? Who is
Uh,
who was his colleague?
is Thomas Button.
Okay, Thomas Watson. Okay, and then um, this is a particular device used to send multiple messages over a single wire. This is a device used to send multiple messages over a single wire.
Experimentation.
Hmm?
Yeah. Who
What
invite
is what
was
is the a device, or this device is used to
uh,
send multiple messages over a single wire?
harmonic telegraph.
Yes, so harmonic. Can you say that? Harmonic
Yeah. Harmonic
telegraph.
telegraph.
Okay, once again, can you say that? Harmonic telegraph.
Harmonic telegraph.
Yes, okay. This is also a device used to draw the shape of the sound waves.
Phone now to graph.
Phonograph.
Phonograph.
Can you say that one more time? Phonograph.
Phonograph. Phonograph.
Okay. Now, when it was happened, okay, the first telephone communication was said to have happened. When it was happened,
Uh,
it happened
have happened
in
in 1876.
1876. Okay. Okay. What was the first transmitted words? What was the first transmitted words?
First meeting. Uh,
What was the first transmitted words?
it was at the end of the line.
What was the first transmitted words? Mr. Watson,
Yeah.
come here.
Uh, Mr. Watson, come here. I want to see you.
Yes. So these are the first transmitted words, okay, with
Okay.
the invention of Alexander Graham Bell. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Now let's try to answer this one, Khoa. Actually, I already answered this one, right? Now,
Yes.
defend your answer. Okay? I want you to defend why is it true and why is it false.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. Question number number 38. Alexander Graham Bell is of Scottish. Is it true or false?
It's true.
Why is it true? Okay, can you
Uh,
please defend your answer?
okay. He was born on May 3rd, 1847 in Edinburgh, Scotland.
Okay, so you might be going to say only do not include the year anymore.
Okay.
Okay, because the question is, or the statement is, Alexander Graham Bell is a Scottish, and that's
Yeah.
true because he was born in Scotland. So
Oh,
people living in Scotland are called Scottish, right? Just like you. Okay? Uh, we can say that Khoa was born in Vietnam. Okay?
yeah.
And therefore, you are called as Vietnamese, right?
Yes.
Okay. Me was born in the Philippines, so therefore I have to call myself as Filipino, right?
Yes.
Okay. So people who are living in Scotland are called Scottish. So that's true. Next, number 39, Kwa.
Yeah. He spent all his in life in Canada.
Okay, what's the answer?
Mm, he uh, he lived in
Okay, true or
what
false? Is it true
is
or
for
false? It's false. Why is it false?
because he lived in ah uh, what uh, his and parents uh, moved to the United States.
Yes, okay. Okay, so not just only in Canada, right? So
Yes.
actually, he was born in Scotland. When he was in 23, he migrated to Canada. Then after that one, moved to the United States. Okay? So there
Yes.
there were three three countries that they went to, right? So that would be the Scotland, in Wales, okay? And then after that, to Canada, going to Canada, and then after that one, going to the United States, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he wasn't able to spend his life in Canada alone. Okay. Next, number 40.
He was with the Dave when he
Deaf.
moved to the USA.
Yeah. So he
True.
worked with the deaf when he moved to the USA. So that would be
It's
true, right? So why is it true? Can you
uh,
please defend your answer?
you he moved to the United States and he teach deep mute children.
Okay. So actually, he was a teacher, okay, because
Yes.
when they moved to the United States, he was given an opportunity to teach the deaf mute children. So that would be true and that is in the United States. Okay, number 41.
He wanted to create a device that can transmit human
Voices. So he wanted to
voices.
create a device that can transmit human voices. So the correct answer is true. And
Yeah.
defend your answer. Why is it true?
Or what? Ah, he took great. Uh, he took great interest in transmit the human voice.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So because of that interests, he was able to experiment to
Oh,
invent devices such as harmonic, telegraph, and phonotograph, right? Okay, so
okay.
that's how we are going to defend our answer. Okay, number 42, Kwa.
Yes. He was able to success right from the first parliament.
Hmm. He was able to succeed right from the first experiment. What's your
Yeah.
answer?
I think uh, he Bell worked very hard on the experimentation to event device.
Okay, actually, when he started to experiment, okay, to invent the device such as the harmonic telegraph. Okay, so what happened? It was become successful, right? Why?
Yeah.
Because there's a word that the first transmitted words were, Mr. Watson, come here, I want to see you. So that means this
Mr.
invention has been, okay,
Uh,
able to succeed,
oh,
right? So this experiment has able to or was able to become successful. Okay, next. Number 43, Kwa.
he works on his invention all by himself.
Oh, he worked on his inventions all by himself. True or false?
Is full.
Why is it false?
I don't know. I think he work by all by any everybody.
Okay, actually, he worked with Thomas
Yeah.
Watson. Okay, so that's why he he was not just working, okay, on that particular inventions all by himself. Okay, Kwa?
Yes.
Okay. Now, on our next meeting, so we were going to actually I already answered this one, Kwa, okay? So when we
Okay.
say what is Bell's harmonic telegraph? So you can just be able to give the definition of harmonic telegraph. So what's a harmonic telegraph? Used to send multiple
Mutis
messages
over a single white.
over a single wire. Okay, so we will just going to continue this one on Friday. Kwa.
Friday. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So do you have any questions so far?
No.
No more. Okay. So thank you so much, Kwa. We'll see each other again on Friday. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye
Good night.
bye. Good night too.